of you would have finished presenting, we're going to have a breakout session where our judges are going to meet in one of the breakout rooms, and they are going to score your points. Note that you are going to be judged, or the judges would be looking for the 4 P's in marketing. Primarily, they'll be looking. I'm getting. I think I'm getting a feedback there, a recording, but
yes, somebody is watching the live as well.
Oh.
If anyone has any of the EWC platforms open, please close those while we're streaming, because we are live now.
Yes. Shall we proceed? So let me just say to you, finalists, our judges would be looking at your ability to describe your product. They would be looking to see how is it you're able to reach your customers. They'll be looking to see how the potential of your business. Apparently somebody gone back watching the thing live again.
Can you double check if you have any platforms open on your computer?
I'm getting a terrible feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's proceed. As I was saying, the judges are equipped to assess your business. They'll be looking at the predictability of it. They'll be looking at the potential of the business. They'll be looking at the people you intend to serve. Be looking at your product. And they have their list of criteria to judge you. It is just your ability to deliver. Still, I think it stopped now. Hello? Everybody hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So we will put your hands right now into the brain of the judges. All right. And you have 3 minutes. Mr. Saul, you are the chief judge. And at this point, I would allocate the timing to you, the 3 minutes timing presentation for each of the finalists. And all my judges, I know they are equipped to listen and make an assessment of your presentation. So, Mr. Saul, you can call upon any of the finalists to do their presentation. They were all exposed to sharing their screen this evening earlier. So you can take over, Mr. Saul. When there's a breakout session, we'll then ask Christelle to come in, and she will give you the way forward as it relates to the winner this evening, and possibly share with you what has happened through the Caribbean so far. So we'll have the judging done now. And when there's a breakout session for the judges to deliberate, we'll ask Christelle to take control of the program. So Mr. Saul, you can go ahead and call upon any of the 5 or 4 I would have seen finalists to do their presentation. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Thornton, and a good evening to one and all the participants that will be taking part tonight. We know that there will be only one winner, but we know that all of you are winners in your own rights. The main fact that you would have spent time in coming up with your proposals, and so that you can either start your business, or if you already have your business established, so you can expand it. And so tonight, I trust that when we would have concluded, no one will feel defeated, but rather we will understand that someone has to win, and there will be no hard feelings or no grouch in terms of persons feeling that they were cheated or whatever the case may be. And so tonight I want to call firstly Miss Eureka Primus, and I'm seeing that her business is Stabrook Solutions. Miss Primus, you're the first to take the floor.
Good evening. 1 second while I load the presentation. Hi, I'm Eureka Primus. I'll be presenting for Stabrook Solutions. Tired of feeling like you need 4 clones of yourself to successfully guide your service providers managing your relocation to Guyana? There are many problems in the relocation process that can lead to negative experiences. Some of those problems include slow or no responses to update requests that can affect the individual or the company in their decision-making process, coordination with other service providers, as well as peace of mind. Another problem is the fact that in employing several service providers, it is difficult to bundle your services and reduce the cost. Sharing you and your family's sensitive information via email to multiple service providers also has a myriad of risks involved. Those risks include insecure and easily intercepted communication, human error to share with unauthorized personnel or to download sensitive information without authorization, as well as cyber attacks. Additionally, the files in which you share sits on someone's computer or their phone and can be utilized by anyone who has access to that system. Some of these challenges may deter you from relocating, but not to worry, we've got you covered. Stabrook Solutions is a women-owned expat integration and relocation company, as well as real estate, operating in Guyana since October 2019. Our leadership includes myself and my colleague Sheffield, who started the company, and we have extensive experiences in project management, mining, real estate, and philanthropy, as well as national development. Our management team includes Nolene Charles, who serves as our finance and HR manager with 13 years of experience in both public and private sector entities. Alicia De Silva, who serves as our integration coordinator and brings to the table an array of skills, including organization, customer service, and cash flow management, as well as general procurement. Lastly, Cassie Cabos serves as our immigration coordinator. As an expat herself previously, she not only brings that experience, but also strives to ensure that we reduce the stressful process of integration for our clients. You may be asking yourselves, who are our clientele? Sabra provides support to tourists, migrating individuals and families, as well as foreign delegations and international organizations. Our services include immigration support, smooth concierge, real estate coordination, education and leisure alignment, as well as comprehensive integration. Stabric has integrated two softwares to manage both our relocation and immigration services. The benefits of them and using Stabric services include reducing costs through packages, real-time updates, as well as the fact that it's only one contract and one service provider. Additional benefits include our secure platform, digital services, and real estate partners to ensure that our clients find the best real estate item available within their budget. Outside of integrating our clients, we ensure that we foster an appreciation for Guyanese culture through the provision of the Guyanese slang dictionary, as well as a board game on the Guyanese culture in which we're currently developing. We market our business in an array of techniques. When we initially started, we compiled a list of all of the embassies, oil and gas companies, oil and gas service providers, and send them introduction letters on our business. We also accept referrals, newsletters, social media, and international adverts. The market for our business is quite big, recognizing Guyana's growth in the oil and gas sector, as well as international organizations present in the country. We anticipate that 1,300 to 1,700 clients will need Stabrook services annually. That number is only set to increase as on June 9th, 2021, Guyana announced its 20th crude oil discovery, thus extending our production cycle to 2040. From 2021 to 2023, Stabrook projects that we will earn $258 million from real estate commission, $495 million from relocation services, as well as our projected expenditure, which has been broken down on the chart, for 284 million Guyana dollars. Stabrook Solutions ensures that we provide safe, seamless, and innovative services to our clients. And I'm happy to take any questions that you may have.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Primus. Any of the judges want to ask any question, they can do so now, or seek any clarification.
I see Carla Roberts' hand up.
Yeah, just initial question. Have you looked at the level of competition for this type of business you're engaged in the market, or you're integrated? Meaning the others are probably looking at specific aspect of logistics, but you're looking at a more integrated approach.
Yes, we are looking at the integrated approach. At this time, we have identified two other competitors. Our edge over the two identified competitors is that they do not provide education alignment, and they also do not provide real estate alignment. And none of our competitors utilize globally accepted software for relocation management, in which we currently utilize.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other judge may have a question? Feel free to ask. Something you're not clear on?
Okay, I have a question. Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, Goldie.
Yes. So I gone through your document that you had submitted, and there's some deviation from the content that you put there, such as the customer, the extent to which your customer targets have increased, right? I noticed that you put 1,300 to 1,700. That's one. The second thing I observed when one of the questions that were asked in based on what you had to submit online, potential, I noticed there's again some deviation from the information that you provided. I can't recall seeing those large figures of projection of you being able or your team being able to reach the millions of services, the millions, sorry, not the millions of services, but the millions of dollars that you anticipate or you project to reach with your product. So I'd like to know, you know, not just for presentation purposes, do you think that's realistic?
We do believe
And
that
have you done, one other question quickly, have you done a market research to know for sure that you're able to reach 1,300 to 1,700? Because, you know, Guyana is small and you
Guyana is
just
small
two
indeed.
other competitors, but there are more than two other competitors actually. Right?
With regards to the two other competitors, it's two other competitors that are also providing comprehensive services. With regards to the increase in numbers from the time we submitted, which would have been June 20th to present, we've met with the shore-based developers for the shore-based site that is being developed in Perica. And they've also provided us with an estimation of how many personnel they will be bringing into the country. And they've also had initial discussions with us on utilizing our services. So that is what led to the increase in numbers. With regards to the increase in revenue, from that time to now, we have secured a partnership with a European relocation company. And that partnership also has provided us with additional resources in which we anticipate will start as soon as next month. We are also in the process of becoming the regional representative of a European-based relocation company. And it is from those two sets of information that the increase in projection is based on.
Allow somebody else to think. Still have some questions, but I will allow somebody else to ask those, just for clarity.
Sorry, Saul, you can call upon your judges and the hands are up.
Well, I've not seen everybody. Let's see. All right.
In terms, can I go?
Yes, you
All right,
can.
Carla, go ahead. And then we have Miss Ponella.
In terms of marketing Eureka, what sort of marketing activities have you planned or engaged in?
So just to add on what I mentioned earlier, we remain directly engaged with potential clients through continuous updates sent to them by the way of not only letters, but we created corporate summaries of our services, which we have sent to potential clients across the country and even those who are not based in Guyana, but in Trinidad or Suriname. We have a quarterly newsletter in which we share to clients and potential clients. We also utilize our social media accounts. One of the first persons that our team hired was actually a social media management company to ensure that we not only share content that is reflective of our services, but also we're able to reach our potential clientele. Sabrok Solution also advertises twice yearly in Caribbean Beat and other airline newspapers, specifically focusing on the time frames in which the oil and gas sector staff usually rotate. So new persons coming in, old persons going out are able via that point to view our services. We also are continuously engaged with CLDB and apply for bids through that platform, as well as training opportunities. And that is even how we were able to secure our first 2 contracts. And outside of those areas, nothing else comes to mind at the moment.
I think the question and answer do more justice than actually what you presented, because we're getting a better clarification on various aspects of it, and it covers a wide range and very in-depth. But the actual presentation didn't capture quite a lot of those.
All right, Ms. Harris.
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Song.
No, I was calling on Ms. Harris.
Yeah.
The cultural diversity of your clientele.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the full question.
Ms. Harris, she didn't hear the
Top 2 pillars that you would look for when recruiting persons to your team.
The 2 pillars that we usually look for when recruiting persons to our team: 1, that they align with the job descriptions in which we have designed for each position, not only for our current staff, but we also have our organizational chart for 2022. So as we even hire persons in this year, we're looking at how do they align to how we see our company growing, as well as shared values. It is oftentimes easy to find someone who has the suitable qualification, but may not have the same vision for themselves, your company, your growth, and shared values. So for us, that is 2 of the core areas that we look for when hiring new staff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Scott wanted to ask another question. Ms. Goldie.
Yes, so this is more a direct question about what is your profit margin, your income on a quarterly basis or so forth? Because I'm just trying to, because as I was looking at your document before,
Just remember,
I can't recall that it was that significant from what I
just
think, but you can, yeah,
just to
please
clarify,
go ahead.
the questionnaire asks for an annual amount, and what we presented is a 3 years amount. So it has
Okay.
2021 to 2023. So it would not be the same because it's different time frames.
Okay, so what I'm asking is not your projected, right, right, that you're looking at. I'm asking about your current income. What is that like?
Our current income
yes,
quarterly is 15 million as of this year. And that is even how come we were able to qualify to apply for voluntary VAT.
All right, okay. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Is there another question? Or Ms. Eastman?
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, everyone. Ms. Primers, I'm looking looking at your numbers, you state you'll be reaching 1,300 to 1,700 persons. Now, I would like to know how you got this number. You said you spoke with a potential client, whatever, but was any need assessment for skills for this sector was done by your company or any other researcher you were able to garner some data from to have a projection?
You have to unmute, Miss Primer.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear you clearly with regards to the name of the assessment that you'd mentioned.
Skill need assessment.
No. With regards to the communication in which we had with the potential client, they shared with us their approved project document as well as the human resources that they would be required to bring into the country as a result of the lack of those capacities in the country while they will be hiring Guyanese. So what they have shared with us is not just their projected, but also what they have already confirmed and what has already been approved by the government.
Okay, reasonable questions being asked because we are doing retraining, right, in terms of to suit this industry, which is emerging. So we are training our people here right now, or students. So we have scholarship programs in terms of training persons for the sector. So after the first year or the second year, you see a decline, but yours is being increasing.
I do understand that there are a number of persons training both locally and internationally for the oil and gas sector, but at the same time, the current wells that are being drilled will not be the only wells that will be drilled in the future. So while we are training persons to into the field, we are also seeing an expansion in the field altogether. So take, for instance, even if we look at the mining sector, there's still, even though we've been mining in excess of 30 years in Guyana, we still are required to import some services, not only from companies that are not available locally, as well as personnel that are not available locally. So the country in a whole is making significant strides in the development of human resources, but at the same time, with the expected rapid growth in the oil and gas sector, we will still have some level of reliance on the expat workers.
Right. I'm seeing Ms. Roberts.
I just want
You
one
wanted to ask
clarification.
another question? Yeah.
Yeah, she said earlier the profit was 15 million. Is it gross, net? Is it revenues? What was the 50 million about? Is it, just to clarify?
She asked her profit margin for the
Okay.
quarter.
For the quarter?
Yes,
Okay, net profit?
correct.
All right, thank you.
Right. Any other question or clarification? If not, we want to thank Ms. Primus, and the judges will have tabulated their scores, and when we reach, we'll make a decision. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, the next person I'm going to call upon is Mr. Burnett, Tyreek Burnett, YTB Shipping Enterprises. Tyreek Burnett.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, we are. At least I am.
Okay, just. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, great. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyreek Burnett, owner of YTB Shipping. And this evening, I'm here to present to you my business. As a child, I had a view that motor vehicles were for only the rich and not for those of the poor. But as I grew older and I understand how life really works, due to the fact as well that when I was much younger, my family only owned a bicycle to our name. As I grew older and I joined Guyana's working force, I understand how necessary a vehicle was, and it was no longer used or looked upon as a luxury item, but more of a necessity. Even though my endeavors encouraged me to get one, I was met with many challenges, and sadly, a lot of disappointments and frustrations. When it comes to acquiring a loan, it was very hard through either the bank or any financial institution. So my business plan is actually to help those tonight of a smaller market, low income customers, the persons that are usually forgotten about. In my presentation, I highlight to you the location, or through my business description, of Georgetown, Guyana. This is where my business will be located, between Camp and Regent Street. This business establishment was established on October 2020. Our GM for our company is no other than Mr. Burnett, who has over 5 years extensive business experience, including in the fields of finance, literacy, leasing, and financial training, management, marketing, and production. As well, what do we have to offer at YTB Shipping Enterprises? Well, YTB Shipping Enterprises actually specializes in high-end and pre-owned vehicle sales and leasing. And these vehicles go by a various amount: Toyotas, Cadillacs, Lexus, BMW, Audi, Saab, Mercedes, Infiniti, and Lincoln. How did we get started? Well, the foundation for this business plan was mostly made of a combination of primary and secondary research upon which the market strategies are built. Discussions and interviews were held with a variety of individuals and businesses to understand why and how they might consider using a pre-driven auto sale and leasing service. Census data, regional business partners, and other directories were consulted to develop the market potential and competitive situation due to the research done by my management team. Marketing, strategy, and implementation. How will this be done? Well, the business is mostly driven by referrals and word of mouth, but that's not the only trick up our sleeve. YTB will be positioned as a full service auto sales and leasing service that takes the time to get to know our customers' situation and become a partner in their decision making. Yes, we believe in the word family, no doubt, which means no one left behind. So we look and take personal care of our customers. Also, YTB will maintain extended hours, weekends, evenings, and Saturdays, and meet with clients at their own convenience. For example, at their homes or offices. Car buyers can also contact the following listed below: telephone, fax, and or email. Problems that YTB Shipping Enterprises will solve. Well, in the car sales and leasing markets, a challenge exists for low-income customers in being able to own their own vehicle. This challenge is now combined with the global threat of COVID-19 pandemic, where it is highly recommended that persons avoid using public transportation to reduce the risk of infection. And to solve such a problem, YTB Shipping Enterprises is looking forward to providing affordable down payment plans with reasonable in-house deals for our customers. Also, YTV Shipping Enterprises is looking to reach our clientele by persons living on a low income budget, persons new to job sectors, especially those of young age and old, single parents, persons unable to meet all the financial institutions' requirements. As well as our financial considerations. Performance will be measured against established objectives. At the end of 2024, YTV Shipping Enterprises should have over $25 million total in revenue, sold at least 72 vehicles, and leased at least 35 vehicles. Each subsequent year, new objectives will be set for these benchmarks against which actual performance will be measured. And if performance falls short of our objective, investigations will be made into the cause and plans will be adjusted accordingly. Financial considerations once more. Additionally, we are looking to keep track of our source of all of our new clients, especially by asking them the question, where did you hear of us? In order to measure the effectiveness of each type of sales promotion. Our initial investment started out at 3 million Guyana dollars, and we're seeking to borrow 27 million Guyana dollars. And this is the future establishment of YTV Shipping Enterprises, if you guys approve the loan and you are on board. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burnett. We're now open for any questions, clarification from the judges.
All right.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
All right. Good night again. Mr. Barnett, thank you so much for your presentation. I'd just like to, just looking at the latter part of your presentation, and I'm trying to wrap my mind around the loan that you're seeking of 27 million and your investment amount is 3 million. 27 million, before that, do you have this is to purchase what? Is it for the facility establishment? Is it to purchase vehicles? What is it for? And then there's also another aspect of it that is same in the same financial aspect where I saw you said you're looking to get 25 million in total revenue and you want to sell at least 72, is it 72 vehicles? And I'll mention this, and this is key, only 25 million and you're selling 72 vehicles. So is it that you're selling these vehicles at very, very low rate that you're unable to pay your staff and overhead expenses? Right, have you thought about that?
Well, okay. I'll take your question in parts, right? From this startup, you mentioned about the 27 million, what is it based upon and what is it for, right? Well, that 27 million is actually would be used to purchase stock in order, in a sense of more vehicles to either be leased to persons as their choice or to be sold according to their choice as well. And yes, to answer your question, yes, YTV Shipping Services as well is looking to be able to become the cheapest and most affordable auto sales or leasing firm there is to persons, especially in the low income area, because that's what our main concern is about, those who cannot be able to have that luxury of owning their own vehicle. We know it's a necessity and we are trying to provide that service to persons in a sense so that they may be able to have that as well.
Okay. So therefore, somebody else can ask a question because I'm dividing. So
Ms.
therefore,
Robert,
yeah.
you can go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Barnett, what will prevent someone from going online, SBT, or one of these other companies that sell motor vehicles, rather than to come to you? Because I guess when they come to you, they will have to pay some commission or something. So what distinguishes you? What will want them to come to you instead of going and
Well,
buy on their own or going
well,
to
I'm
your company?
really sorry, continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm really overjoyed that you asked that question because recently I was qualified as an agent for Be Forward. So that means I'm one of the direct links you'll be using to get to Be Forward, right? And due to that ability and that advantage, I actually can provide persons with a discount, a major discount, which will allow them to get a vehicle cheaper, which in turn, if I sell a vehicle, that will also put commission in my pocket. So I won't have to overcharge the person that is buying the vehicle from me directly.
You have exclusive rights, or I can still go on the website, but you will give me a discount if I go through you.
Exactly. It's a little bit of both.
Okay. And you said you're not doing ads or anything. You're doing word of mouth, I believe I saw. And
actually, based upon that as well, that's why I mentioned the fact that we still have a trick up our sleeves. Yes, there would be ads in the newspapers, marketing, all the marketing areas, Facebook, Instagram, and so on, that will actually be promoting this. And thanks to Be Forward as well, my name is now one of those persons you can go and check up on as form of identification as an agent, and that will also promote me as well.
Mr. Burnett, I wanted to ask a question in terms of your after sales service that you will offer to customer.
You finished with the question?
Yes. Yeah.
Anything in specific you would like to ask throughout that question?
Well, I know that a lot of persons are bringing in vehicles, but then, well, after you purchase the vehicle from them,
yes,
you can't get any other service from them. That is it.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, thank you for asking that question as well. And to break that down further, I'm really happy these questions are being asked. To break that question down further, I actually have different networks I can go to. For one, for those who are leasing the vehicles, you have a lifetime until your lease is up, a lifetime warranty with them, which means that I'm connected with a local mechanic shop, which will take care of servicing. As long as your vehicle reaches a certain mileage, that mechanic shop will be taking care of servicing and replacing of parts, which is necessary. And as well, for my importer of parts, I can turn to T&S Auto Spares. That's another local business that will be supplying my business with parts and the workmanship that I would need to continue to make sure my customers are well taken care of. Because as I mentioned earlier, my key motivation here is family, meaning no one is left behind or forgotten.
Mr. Best?
Oh, yes. Good night, Mr. Barnett. Okay, I'm thinking
night.
about the brands of vehicles that you're considering. I remember BMW, Cadillac. I'm just wondering if these are brands that are suitable for low-income families and owners. And then if you're going to give after sales service, these are brands that are very expensive to maintain. So I'm just thinking if you should consider the brands that you're trying to pitch, because they're, some expensive brands for low income persons, and then you want to offer an after sales service. I mean, that's going to be a burden on you.
Yeah, I looked at that problem as well, but I'm trying to same as just I'm mainly focusing honestly on the low income persons, but as well I'm trying to cater to each person taste within the market. So I wouldn't stop a person who has a higher paid income from coming to request a vehicle of their choice and not provide them with the same service, or bet even others, or yeah, not providing with the same service I would be offering to others. I would not stop that. So that's why I'm trying to make it overall thing, but I'm mostly focusing on those who have a low income budget. But there are vehicles that will be supplied to those persons. And as I mentioned earlier, I will have agents assigned to those persons of the low income budgets, persons of mid income budgets, and persons of high income budgets, to let them work along with that person, get to know that person, and then figure out which vehicle is suitable for them.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, sorry.
Yes, Ms. Eastman. You can go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. Mr. Burnett, I was privileged to do some research in this same auto dealer right now from one of the hats that I wear. Providing services or sales or financing to we see the low income public servants. Now, we are facing a challenge. So I would like you to tell me now, in terms of the deal that you'll be offering and how it is that you're able to finance someone that coming to you, the income of $70,000 monthly, a family of 3, and need a vehicle that costs or 3 point something million dollars. So I'd like you to explain to us, pardon me?
Could you please repeat the last part?
Okay, my scenario is, okay, my earning is $70,000. I'm a public servant, a family of 3. I'd like to purchase a vehicle of $3 million. Now, how is it, what is it, or do you do a financial wellness with your clients in terms of telling them or advising them what is suitable for their range of income, or you let them dream big because you said you have Mercedes-Benz, whatever the case be, because we all have ambition, we all want fancy cars and stuff like that. So you tell me now how it is that you're able to let these people know what they can afford and according to their pockets.
Well, for one, I really can't stop anyone from dreaming big. But what I can do for that person, right, with your budget, as you said, is introduce them to the leasing department. And the reason why I would say the leasing department, because many persons will wonder, why is car leasing cheaper than actually buying a vehicle, right? And if you check it out on a monthly basis, leasing a car is usually less expensive than buying one, but you're just paying for the vehicle's depreciation while you have the car, and your monthly payments are typically lower than they would be if you purchase the vehicle offhand, right? For more simplicity, again, I can use an example. We'll say that, let's say you negotiated a price of $30,000, right, for a purchase or a lease, and you're only going to make a $3,000 down payment. With either transaction, if you get financing for 5 years with a 5% interest rate on a loan from the bank, credit union, or other financial institutions, the monthly payment is $510 for the purchase of any Toyota, BMW vehicle or BMW vehicle, right? And you can use that car alone, calculator to figure out the rest, or I would let the agent nicely advise you on which routes you should actually take that is more suitable and affordable to your taste.
In other words, you're providing financial wellness to your potential clients.
That's correct.
I noticed Ms. Headley hand up for the longest while.
Okay. Ms. Headley, you can go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Burnett, thank you for your presentation this evening. My question to you, from going through your presentation earlier this week and also listening to you this evening, I've realized that your unique selling position would be the leasing option, that particular service that you're offering. But what I need to understand, have you done a needs assessment or have you done market research to determine the need for this particular service in Guyana, and especially your target market being low income customers? Have you done a market research? And if you have, what has been the results of that research?
Could you please repeat that question for me? Thank you very much. I
Sure.
didn't get you too clearly.
Sure.
I'm getting, yeah.
Are you hearing me better?
Kind of no.
Okay, so my question to you, have you done market research to determine that low income customers are in need of this particular service that you're offering? And if you have, what has been the result of that research?
Well, according to the competitive summary that I received from the research team, it was highlighted to me that a few used car lots are listed within the Georgetown area, and none of them specialize in the upscale executive market segment, as well as none of them specializes in the upscale market as well. Oh, man. Yeah, as well as the other leasing abilities, right? So basically, what happened was we also figured out a hypothetical behavior sequence, which came from a model from a showroom, as well as buying individual cars using an auto sales or leasing service, as well as individual decides if the individual decides to obtain. Hold on, I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that question, the last part of your question? I don't want to talk off topic.
It was simply, if you have done the research, what has been the results of that research? What are the findings that came out of that research to help you to determine that your business venture will be successful or it has the potential to be scaled up?
Well, like all businesses, it is affected by the forces and trends in the market environment, and these includes economic, competitive, political, and legal technology, and customer issues. So as all of those were taken into consideration, along with the census that was done back in 2020, it is needed because most persons, when they go to certain auto sales, not to mention any names, but when they go there, they're not having that freedom or ability to actually use that kind of down payment that they have to acquire any sort of vehicle. They're either rejected or told they have to have more financial backings. So YTB, the leasing firm in YTB Shipping Enterprises, is highly needed here because it is cheaper and it gives persons or its customers more freedom with the kind of money fitting their pocket.
All right, so I'm just gonna ask one final question. Going back to Ms. Eastman's question or scenario of the $70,000 income within a family, you have someone who that's their maximum income and that has to take care of a family. Now you're looking at, you're doing a business, so of course you need to make a profit. You're looking at your overheads as well. How will that affect your business decision if you're saying the other auto dealers are not taking into consideration the spending power of their customers? So you're obviously looking at that. But someone with $70,000 as an income, how are you going to be able to cover your overheads while making a profit based on their spending power?
Okay, well, for that situation, right? The one thing is, we are looking at things realistically. And if you're going down that route, yes, there will be losses, sometimes more than profit. But what we're looking forward to is the growth by getting out the word out to persons. And if you look at it, the quantity ratio would be more than what any other auto sales would provide with their high rates. If you can think about it, there are more low income earners in Guyana than high income earners in Guyana at the moment. And if that tips the scale to in my favor, a little bit of losses for a greater gain is okay for me.
Thank you, Mr. Burnett.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? If not, we want to thank you, Mr. Burnett, and as we await the decision. Thank you very much. All right. The next person we would want to call to do their presentation will be Ms. Ayodoli Roach.
Thank you. 1 minute so I can pull it up. Just want to make sure everyone can see the presentation.
Well, I'm seeing. I hope the others are.
Okay, perfect. So tonight I'm going to be presenting on my business called Impeccable Clean Team. This is just an introduction to what we have here tonight. I'll be a presenter. My name is Ayodoli Roach, and Impeccable Clean Team, as we know it, is a relatively young cleaning agency here in Guyana. For our executive summary, Impeccable Clean Team was created on the 8th of January 2018. At that time, I was 18 years old when I founded this company. The company was founded because I highlighted the need for a general do-it-all cleaning agency here to be established in Guyana. The main reason for this is because the demand for this type of business here in Guyana was growing due to the oil and gas sector. With that being said, it is still sad to say that Guyana do not have much cleaning agency around, and we are one of the leading agencies here in Guyana. We provide a lot of services, which includes but are not limited to laundry service, landscaping, pressure washing, drainage and irrigation, painting, weeding and cleaning, and mainly maid and janitorial service. Our marketing strategy. Impeccable Clean Team marketing strategy will utilize technology, because technology in today's world is used for everything. We will utilize all social media platforms because we already have a Facebook page. We'll work on our Instagram page. We'll also run ads on all radio station and television. And in the future, when we have extra profit, we'll have billboards mounted in and around the city. To add to that, what we currently do as Impeccable Clean Team, we email companies like hotels, these oil and gas companies, the ministry. We send them email or we send them letters through GPO, or we call them and we pitch our business to them, letting them know what we provide and asking them to, provide them with a special offer so that we can be contracted by these agencies. This is what we have been doing since 2018, and it has been successful for us. Some of the main challenges for us as a company mainly is financial restriction, qualified employees, and equipment maintenance. When we talk about financial restriction, because of financial restriction, we are actually at a standstill when it comes to completing our office space. And due to that fact, we are forced to rent the space, which takes a little bit more out of our profit margin. Also, we are forced to use equipment or machineries, mainly washing machine, which are not able to sustain pressure, so they break up faster than what we would like to have, which are commercial washers and dryers. Qualified employees. To find a qualified person to place within our organization has proven a little bit difficult. And that's because this sector in Guyana is so new that many persons did not see the need to either attend etiquette school, study management, or get themselves qualified in this area. So we have to do again when we hire someone who fits our specification, we still send them to train, whether we pay for that or we send them a Center for Local Business and Development. And equipment maintenance. Here in Guyana, when our equipments are down, it's kind of difficult to find a good technician to fix it. So that's a bit of a challenge for Impeccable Clean Team. So these are some photos of our office space that we constructed. We use the profit that we made from 2018 to 2021. And this is worth about $11 million as is at the moment. And we're looking to complete this maybe by mid next year. This is what we would like it to look like at the end of completion. And the upstairs will house the entire walk-in or do-it-yourself laundromat, while the downstairs will be an office space where persons can come and book or pay for their service upstairs. This is some of the machineries we'll like to buy when it comes to washers and dryers. And this is exactly what we would like our office upstairs to look like. We'll have more photos maybe provided later. Clientele. Impeccable Clean Team clients include private citizens. I would like to touch on this because many times persons believe Guyanese do not need services such as cleaning your home or simple things as cleaning your yard and so on. But with the changing environment in Guyana, a lot more persons are employed and a lot of persons are utilizing a changing environment. More persons take time to focus on their mental capacity and therefore they find time to do a lot of recreational activity, which means that more so I have noted from 2018 to now, a lot of private citizens right here in Guyana utilize our services. We also reach out to NGO. We bid through the government and the ministry. We were successful twice with gaining irrigation, drainage and irrigation projects through the Ministry of Public Works. And currently we're aiming to target hotels, companies and foreign agencies. Why? I noted that only last year, 4 different hotels big hotels chain plan on coming to Guyana. Some of them like Hilton Hotel, the Banquet Hotel, and even a second Marriott. These places will need companies such as a laundromat to help them with their heavy laundry they will have, and maybe a cleaning company that will help them with their rooms and cleaning service. At the moment, when we reach out to the Ramada Hotel, we found out that they are actually forced to do it themselves because there's not really a large company in Guyana that they can hire or contract to do such. When it comes to our team management experience, not only do we have 3 years here in Guyana, but we had a local do-it-yourself laundromat located in the island of Dominica, and this business was actually put at a standstill because of the hurricane that occurred there. So we moved here back to Guyana, and we're trying to reestablish and grow bigger, and so we can move back to Dominica also, and to establish different branches around the Caribbean. Oh, and also in team management, our team staff, we ensure that once you're hired with Impeccable Clean Team, there's no if nor but, you are required to do both health and safety training with Center for Local Business Development and the procurement training with Center for Local Business Development, since we are registered with them. Okay, this is blocking me. Income generation. So Impeccable Clean Team is actually looking to generate all of its income from the services that we provide. Through research, I noted that the laundromat and our janitorial service will be like the king and queen of our business, which means that they will be bringing in majority of our income yearly, which they currently do also. it has been several years since we operate or established, and thus far we're able to manage our finance that comes into us, and therefore we have never run bankrupt. So with the growing sector and the amount of people coming to Guyana in and out, we're just looking forward for this to grow more than anything else. Future investment. Currently, Impeccable Clean Team is in the process of approaching the New Building Society for a loan of $20 million, mainly to complete our office space. Once completed, the value of the building will be approximately $65 million, and it will be a great asset to our company. While we'll use 60% of our profit within the first 6 months to go towards purchasing equipment once we do not get an investor. So we already have that laid out. Company shares. I understand the importance of securing an investor and how investment and shareholding works, because I once worked with Nigel Hughes at HFS, and I have a lot of experience in corporate management and developing companies. And I do understand the importance of this. And since we are at the financial end, we are willing to give up at least 30 to 40% of our shares once we have an investor. Please know that we are not willing to give up that amount of shares if somebody just want to walk in with $1 million or $2 million. Your money must be worth the amount of shares that you are willing to acquire from our company. When it comes to networking, what we do, I did mention Center for Local Business Development. If I'm there because I do a lot of training with them, I always tend to market with different companies or individuals that I meet there, give them a business card, pitch my idea. But besides that, we ensure that we send emails, calls, letters, and so on to different business companies, NGO, embassies, and so on that we know will need our services. And most times, some of them reach out back, some do not, but we try to be persistent and not try to be a bug at the same time. In conclusion, we are working vigorously so that in the next 18 months, Impeccable Clean Team could be one of the biggest names in Guyana when we talk about the service sector. We want to be known as a trendsetter and to take the market by storm. We do know that we have competitors, but we also noted that one of our major competitors only let's say, focus on cleaning carpets and chairs and so on. Whilst our biggest competitor is Universal Janitorial Service, but they do not target the clientele that we do, but I mean, they will be doing it because everybody's noticing that. So it's just about who's going to have the best customer service, the best price, the better equipment, and how we could market our services. What we do here in Guyana is rare. And we know it's on demand because we do market research through Regal. And we realize that a lot of foreigners are coming to Guyana. And these persons that usually come from Canada, China, and different countries, they're actually accustomed to the norm of not having to do certain work themselves, such as their laundry or their own home. So we know that they'll need to utilize our services. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Roach. Questions, clarifications at this time?
Good evening, Ms. Roach. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. In terms of services that you are offering, what is it that, how is it that you will build your capacity to be able to cater to the thousands, perhaps millions of people that will be coming to Guyana?
Well, at the moment, we did say that we only cater to a particular area. That's because we can target them or we can use provide for them adequately. We don't want to turn away anyone. So we're building at the moment, and that's why we're approaching the bank to ensure that we have all the equipment, we have well-trained staff, and we have updated equipment all the time to ensure that we can utilize or cater for all these people. While we do have future plans, maybe late 2022, early 2023, to create different branches in and around Georgetown and outside of Region 4 too.
Thank you.
All right, next person can go ahead, please.
Unmuted or okay. Good night. Just a few questions.
Roach.
Roach, sorry.
Yeah.
So Roach, yeah. In terms of your composition of income, because you do different types of cleaning. In terms of your composition of income, which one is the major source you get the most revenue from?
That would definitely be drainage and irrigation at the moment. And because
Okay.
that's because the ministry always have some bid out by time March. And when you secure a contract with them, you secure it for a year. And several ministries have bids. If you secure 3 bids through different ministry, that's like a guaranteed sum rather than depending on a contract, a private person who may call you once every 2 months or so on.
Okay, so the drainage and irrigation, what aspect of it? Because I don't think that came out in the presentation, or maybe I missed that. I thought it's
Okay.
general cleaning.
Actually, we do everything. That's what we call it, do it all. Anything in the line of cleaning. When we talk about drainage and irrigation, I know last year we had the contract for the sea defense, the sea wall by the roundabout. We were responsible for cleaning the parapet and cleaning the drain right at the sea wall along with the trench there. So that's when we talk about drainage and irrigation, ensuring everything flows smooth, ensuring that we keep that area clean. So we also clean for private persons, clean their carpet, clean their gutter or so on in front of them. So at the moment, drainage and irrigation brings in majority of our capital or income.
Okay. And tell me a little more about your team.
Our team, yeah, our team is the immediate team is not that large. We have about 4 persons. 2 of them have the experience from the laundromat that was operated in Dominica because they operate that or they manage that wholly and solely while I was doing the work here in Guyana. Mainly, I'm responsible for majority of the paperwork and the presentation and the filing of document. While we have a head of each department. So we have this guy by the name of Sian Hines, who's an employee. He's the head of logistics and he's responsible for ensuring that when a contract is in, he coordinates all other employees to ensure that that contract is done on time. So if we need to clean by the 28th of June, then I just need to inform Sian, well, please ensure that this is done at that time. All of our employees, as we said before, whether they come to us with experience or without experience, we ensure that they're trained.
So you would have some permanent and some contracted, meaning you take them as you need. Okay,
yes.
Based on the jobs.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And in terms of the house cleaning, I know security is a big issue. That might not be a major thing for you because it seems actually, the drainage and irrigation part.
Actually, no. Yeah, I'm hearing. House cleaning is major for us because based on our research, we noticed that is going to be one of our biggest area. So when we do provide retainers, we do cater for confidentiality and anything lost, stolen, or broke, or that gets broken when we are there, we replace that. So thus far we never had that problem and we don't want to ever have it, but we do cater for that because we cannot foresee. We're all dealing with humans and we don't know who's who, although we try to screen persons and ensure that they're trained and to the best of our ability, very responsible.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I think that's
You're
all
welcome.
from me.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay, I have a question. Thank you so much for your presentation. I think it's Miss Roach, right? Correct?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Roach.
Great. I was particularly, I just recall that I too wanted someone to clean my our office. We had just finished renovation and so forth. And so we were researching what is the best cleaning company that we could possibly hire to do the job. And so noting your information. So therefore my question is, how do you advertise, right? What system you use or process you use to advertise your business, or do you advertise or is through word of mouth? And secondly, your potential for growth. So you mentioned that you you had to come away from the other island due to the hurricane or whatever happened there. So what do you project in the next 3 years? Or you may have mentioned it. What's your potential, do you think, for your growth, your expansion, and your income to be in the next 3 years or so? And can you quickly share with us what's your current income annually? You know, I know that you mentioned about your drainage and irrigation projects and so forth. What's your current income on average for partially for that, but also more so for private customers? And do you get, I'm asking several questions at the same time, do you get a
I'm
repeat,
noting them.
right? Do you get a repeat of customers? You know, they come back again? Do you have them, you know, are they satisfied with your service? You may say yes, but it depends on if you're getting a repeat of private citizen, you know, they coming back often to use your service. And
Okay.
my last question on this, I noticed that you mentioned New Building Society. New Building Society usually give loans for first, I know personal buildings, but maybe someone can correct me if it's for a business. I'm not sure if they give loans for that, or do they?
I can answer your question actually.
Yes, go
So
ahead.
I'll tackle that one first. Since the business office space was bought in my mom's name, and she gave it to me to invest as a capital, so it already had a mortgage on it from New Building Society that was paid off.
Understood.
Yeah, so
Understood.
they're willing to they're willing to take it back. And since we never had a problem with them, so they're just told us to do the paperwork and just bring it back to them.
So you're using your facility as the business
Yeah.
side. Okay, and
Yeah.
where's that? Sorry, where's that?
That will be Perseverance, Providence, which is a very new
Providence.
area. Yeah.
Down at the back. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, great.
And when it comes to, I'll separate the income for you. Yearly, we make about, when it comes to governmental contract, if we have about 3 or 4 of them, most of them range between 3.5 to like $6 or $7 million. But with private persons, you make about let's say $3 million max yearly. That would be like what we call middle income to low income persons. And if we separate the companies from that, then we'll have like a separate $4 to $5 million annually.
Okay, and what you're looking at growing this business to? What is your projection in the next 2 to 3 years?
Well, definitely, I would like to have several different locations in Narong, Guyana. That's one, and different asset. And then we are looking to reestablish back in Dominica and maybe move from there. But we want to target Guyana first because we don't want to leave this big market open for international investors at all. When a Guyanese could utilize it and get it up and running.
Okay, so your projected income annually would be what?
With everything involved, about $15 to $20 million annually.
Okay.
I can't say what it's going to be going forward because with COVID, that directly changed our projection for 2020 to 2021, which would have been different without the COVID-19. But let's see how it's going to go when the countries are fully reopened. Hopefully late this year, early next year, that's going to be different.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you. I believe you answered all of my questions. I asked so many. So yeah. And I wanted to just commend you because you mentioned that you started at 18.
Yeah,
so,
I did.
You're certainly a young. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Able to pull your business together. So
thank you.
All right, I think the questions are exhausted now.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you, Ms. Roach, for your presentation. Thank you very much. All right, we will move ahead and we will have our final presenter for tonight, Ms. Jennifer Gibson of Cycle Eco Creations. Ms. Gibson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you've heard,
good evening.
My name is Jennifer Gibson, and I am presenting myself and my team of Upcycle Eco Creations. We are a team of innovative and environmentally conscious artists and designers who create unique pieces. Our team comprises of Melba Lagadou, who is an upcyclist and educator. She uses mainly coconut fibers and other straws to create her pieces. We also have Karen Hughes, who is a fashion designer and tutor at the E.R. Burroughs School of Art. Keon Smith, certified business coach, action coach Guyana, and a director. And myself, textile artist, designer, and teacher. According to our research, there is a struggle to cope with bio and non-biodegradable waste. It's also evident that billions of tons of garbage contributes to the major problems we are facing today in our environments. However, we can harness the problem to an extent by upcycling management. Hence, my team and I thought it possible to embark on such a project in order to be a premier contributor towards promoting a clean and safe environment by doing the things we love. Combined, we bring approximately 3+ decades of upcycling experience, which includes a Blue Ribbon Award for Textiles Barbados, Best in Textiles Art, UNESCO Guyana. This idea was birthed 2 months ago. We provide a platform for re-educate and train vulnerable groups of youth and adults to develop practical skills for personal income generating activities. We aim to meet a growing international demand for useful and unique upcycle work of arts by targeting the travel market as well as the upper and middle class sectors of the English-speaking Caribbean through the avenues of trade fairs, art and craft exhibitions, direct sales, supplying orders, and aggressive marketing. On startup, we aim to generate an average of US $3,000 within a 6-month period in sales. Our investments would be $1,500 US. We will not be borrowing initially. Should we attract external funding, we will determine the value of the business in order to arrive at the adequate percentage to be given up. These milestones will be achieved with the help of our experienced support team. Mr. Wayne Barrow, business development consultant, David Joseph, business development professional, Kimberly Conway, director of Kimbo's Creation and social worker, and Lorianne Jacobs, university lecturer and education officer. We'll also be in direct contact with retailers already known to us and by social media marketing. We at Upcycled Eco Creations are here to bring your ideas to life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jennifer. Questions, clarification? At this time, who's the first person? You can go ahead.
Ms. Gibson, if you were to be given $1 million US to develop your business, what would your priority areas be?
Well, we are going after, we really want to help empower the, let's say the less fortunate persons in our in our communities. We want to train them and help them, as I said, to empower them and to become like self-sufficient like that. We also plan to have one of our team members, I must say, is working on something that's rather interesting that we prefer not to disclose it at this time. But we want to have also, we not only want to like train persons and leave them there, we having a retail outlet, and where they can produce the different stuff that they produce. We would sell them. We are also going to help them to market the stuff that they produce, and in the sourcing of raw materials and areas like that. Yes, we want to make money also, but we really want to focus on helping others too. Because like when we look at a lot of the youth, like some of them seem disenfranchised, and when we also look at the amount of things that are discarded that can be used to generate meaningful income, and it is my heart and the heart of our team, especially our designers, to impart our skills to others and to help them to earn. And also when you look at women, how a lot of women, housewives and so, who are dependent on like the male figure, some who don't work, single parents and stuff, and the rate that they're being abused, so that we would put a good percentage of that into developing the programs and stuff. We also want to have an NGO, registered NGO, so a lot of our resources would go towards that and building our, our production, stuff like that. Hope I've.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
This Eastman, you wanted to ask a question? Okay.
I think Carla hands is up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Roberts, yeah.
Yeah. Good night, Jennifer, and thank you for that presentation.
Very good night to you too.
Your focus is on training and not the generation of income, is it?
Yeah, yes, like I said, it's not that we don't want to make money also, right? But we want to help to empower others. We don't want to just go there and make money on our own. We want to bring others along with us, especially like a lot of the youth, especially those who are not too very academically inclined, who can use their hands well and stuff like that. And like I said, like single parent women and a lot of women who, they're disenfranchised, they're abused and stuff like that. That is really, I'm telling you, this is my heart. I want to make money, yes, but not on my own, not my team. That's where our focus is. We make money, they make money, we bring them along with us.
And they will be doing a wide range of products.
Yes. We have Melba Lagadoo, who does beautiful stuff with coconut, using coconut fiber and different things, and different straws, different things that are discarded. We take old jeans and different fabrics and stuff like that, and make beautiful items. And these are things that are very inexpensive also, because they're easy to source, right? And so that is the route we will take. And as long as we do it well, we can earn. We stand a chance of earning from that.
Okay. Ms. Jennifer, just clarification. I don't know if you mentioned it, but I understand that you want to work with young people. You want to work with vulnerable persons, etc. And then you said there are a number of products that you will work in terms of producing, but in terms of sustainability and also expansion,
Yeah.
have that been thought it out? Did you do any research or so in terms of the products that are going to be created, and who will you target in terms of your target market?
Yes, like I said in the presentation, we target the travel market, and we our team, like this, the object on the screen here, these are things that we currently produce, are currently being produced, and we kind of repeat your question. I got a little bit distracted there for me. Please kind of repeat.
Yeah, I was asking, all right, in terms of the products, if you did research in terms of the needs assessment, in terms of persons who will need these products, and also in terms of your potential for expansion.
Yeah, well, currently, some of these products are already being produced and sold and being used, and especially mainly persons overseas. A lot of persons from overseas are purchasing the products, and we haven't really done as intensive research, but that is going to be done. I'm not going to lie to you, that's the truth, but we plan to do that, and we are looking at in the long term, you know, how we would to grow, how we're going to grow our business as well. But mainly expats and those kind of persons are currently really interested in these products, and you know, the response is encouraging to say. But we would like to as I said, to train others, get others on board with it. If that answers you,
Right.
if that satisfies you.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Yes, Chief Judge, I've changed my mind. Can I ask my question now?
Yeah, Ms. Eastman.
Thank you very much. Ma'am, good evening.
Good evening.
I think you say you're targeting for training the vulnerable population. Now, there are a lot of groups within Guyana, ranging from the ministries, because the budget allocation for that. The Board of Industrial Training, we do that training for free, not profits. Armed Affairs, Home Affairs, different persons have budgets allocated for the vulnerable population. And human services, we target women, school dropouts, and even education. So now you're coming on that market. My question is, since we have so much persons who are not for profit that's already on the market, I would like to know, how will your business sustain itself by training these persons who will go out and engage in such business as yours, competing the level with yourself after experiencing a number of years of experience. Now, how is it your business will able to sustain itself?
We plan to have these people remain with us, right? To grow along with us. They come on board, we train them, and they come on board with us. Like an extension. Instead of like they're going out and creating more competition for us, they come and we were, even if they're not in the same location, they set up in their homes, but they are an arm, they are an addition, they are a part of us, as opposed to competing with us. Like they're a business that they're doing at home. They don't have to get a place to incur overheads and so for themselves, but they are a part, an extension of us, and not a competitor for us.
Are you forming a cooperative, a co-op group?
Good question.
We could. And to be honest, we didn't think of that as yet, but thank you for the idea. You know, like more like cottage industries. Like you set up cottage.
Because I'm studying that, okay, because everybody come with their own unique styles and ideas.
Yeah.
Now, how is it the profit? Because I'm going to come and making something. How are you going to share the profits? Unless you have a co-op that, okay, everybody pool the resources and then we market it together.
Yes.
Then we can share the profits. I'm not seeing our business being sustainable.
But as I was saying, right? As I said, I don't know if you heard, but I said we're looking at forming an NGO. We're looking at having an
not for profit.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck, my dear.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Eastwood. Any other? All right. Let me thank you very much, Ms. Gibson. We would have concluded.
Yes.
We would have concluded all the persons for the presentation tonight. Mr. Burnett, Ms. Primus, Ms. Roach, and finally Ms. Gibson. I want to thank you very much.
Please? May I clarify something, please?
May you?
No, may I say we're not. We want to have a non-governmental organization, but we're also going to have retail outlets for the staff, and we are looking at exporting and things like that.
Okay, but I think what Ms. Eastman mentioned to you in terms of a co-op, that might be a good way to go.
Well, yes, and I'm very thankful for that, you know, that eye-opener to say.
All right. All right, so thank you very much for your presentations tonight. I do believe that each person would have done their research and their work, and so that they could have made their presentation tonight. And with the input of the judges in terms of the questions that were asked, and so you will be able to get an idea of where you fell short, where you would have need to improve on, etc. So at this time, I hand you back to Mr. Torrington for his directions into what we will do next. Mr. Torrington?
Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Saul, for the stewardship in your judging. I know now that you guys are going to go into your breakout room. Miss Christelle, she will put you guys in your group, and you will now deliberate and total up and come back with a winner. She will also indicate to you in that breakout group what are your expectations, and then she will come back and take over from me until you guys finish in about 15 minutes. We're hoping that we can wrap this up by 10 o'clock. All right. So Ms. Christelle, could you put the judges into the breakout room? Could you guys accept, please?
Yes, judges. Thank you so much for the deliberations. You can go ahead and join the judges breakout room now. You can do so by clicking on it and switching to rooms. I just ask that the head judge, if you can please kindly tally your scores, and I will join the breakout room with you. And in the meantime, Mr. Tarleton can hold the fort until I come back, and I'll give some further information.
Great. Great. Let me say, tonight I was really deeply impressed with the finalists, and I was impressed from two perspectives. One, the short notice that was given for you guys to compose your presentation for this evening. The time was indeed short, and I must commend you for taking the challenge as true entrepreneurs to do what you did. You guys were able to defend your thoughts, your ideas, and you guys were able to explain that you know best what you're doing or what you're about to do. And it was really shocking and at the same time exciting to know that you were able to accomplish that. So that is one side of it. And two, I enjoy the fact that you guys were able to answer questions. You didn't see it as personal, and you were able to go deep down in your thoughts to give the kind of responses that you give. And you know, that what we see there would be considered hallmarks of true entrepreneurs, where they are positive, they believe that their idea is the best, nobody knows it better than them, and you guys are able to show that determination, that dedication, that persistency in relation to what is it you really believe in. So that was commendable. That was commendable. All right. Generally, you find entrepreneurs are not able to have the kind of network, access to finance, coaching, mentorship, and so forth. But I would just like to make one announcement that is from the feedback I was getting from the judges. There are a few persons here that, you know, there are good things ahead. You would have been spotted and likely assistance is coming your way. So, Miss Crystal, are you going to the breakout room, or are you gonna?
Yes, I am. I'm just trying to get Judge Abigail's attention to please join us in the breakout room.
I don't think she would be. I don't think she would be joining.
Okay. All right.
Right.
So then I'll.
Yeah. Yeah. But could you include Miss Goldie Scott?
Miss Scott is already in there.
Oh,
yes.
Good. Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes, I'm leaving now.
Okay. So when you come back, I'll do your introduction.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm on two separate devices, so I will just mute myself, but you might still be able to see me. Yeah.
Oh, all right then. Yes. So pitchers, entrepreneurs, you guys did extremely well. You guys were fantastic. And as I said, I want to applaud you. I also want to applaud my judges. You guys had them on the spot there, you know. You guys are able to defend your positions. All right. So when we resume, Miss Crystal is going to take you guys through what is next as it relates to where we go from here. And I would like all you judges to, all you participants or finalists, I should say, to know that what is in store for you. There were other countries in the Caribbean where each and every one of the finalists, they were given prizes. Unfortunately, in Guyana here, that's not going to be the case this evening, but I was assured that going forward, there can be opportunities for you to receive assistance in terms of mentorship, in terms of building your business plans, and possibly access to finance. All right, but it's an opportunity for you guys to benefit from, and applaud yourself for the step that you would have made. All right, mind you, this is also a public announcement that this event is going to be annual. So for those persons who know of someone who did not enter the competition this year, you can have them see how best they can be a part of it next year. It's going to be annual. I am not sure if you would have had a part this year or given an opportunity this year if you're allowed to re-enter next year. That I can provide answers for later down. All right, so you guys did well. You were fantastic, and I was really impressed, really impressed. Right, so Miss Christelle will come, return, and she will share with you what is the next step going forward. All right, and likely inform you what would have happened through the Caribbean to date. I know that Guyana is probably the last or the second to last to have this event. As the host, I had my share of responsibilities outside of this event, and I wasn't able to be as proactive as I wanted to. Hence, they facilitated me from moving the event from the 30th to today's date. All right, they were good partners. They understand my position, and they were willing to give Guyana some time to deliver our part. So the winner of this event, I think, is going to go up into the regional event on Sunday. A little bit of additional training would be granted during now to then, so that you guys could get to, sharpen a little more. So all is not lost. All is not lost. Once you are a finalist, there are benefits to receive. All right. We don't want to say out loud now, but there are benefits to receive. All right. So all of you are winners in that regard. Good. So we just have the judges deliberate, and mind you, they're going to be scoring you based upon your product, how best you were able to articulate what your product is or service. Who are you selling to? Who would be your customers? The growth potential of your business, the predictability of it as part of the 4 P's of marketing. So that is what they will deliver on. Christelle, you back with me?
Yes, I am. I'm back.
All right. Let me just tell you a little bit about Christelle. Apart from knowing that she has been the backbone for Guyana's leg to come off. It could not have been possible without her. Every day she was like, Mr. Toronto, what's happening? How can I help you? What can I do for you? All right. This is Christelle's background. Christelle is a serial entrepreneur, consultant. She is very passionate about entrepreneurship. She believes in personal branding. She's an excellent speaker and a woman's rights advocate. Her endeavors spans a range of industries from fashion, travel, media, film, to personal and business development. This award-winning Curacao-born St. Martin raised businesswoman is mentored by the incomparable Dr. Alicia M. Jubity. Miss Christelle is a proud member of the RAIN Society and WICC, Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Caribbean chapter. She is also one of the Caribbean Centers of Excellence for a Sustainable Livelihood, valuable partner, and a member of the Global Entrepreneurship Network Caribbean. Ms. Christelle is a certified independent hospitality assured business advisor for the Caribbean Tourism Organization. She is the Chief Implementation Manager for the Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean and national host of the EWC St. Martin, founder of her own namesake enterprise, Legrand Creatives and Legrand Solutions. Through these, Christelle has devoted her life to developing sustainable economic growth initiative accessible specifically, especially to the economically disadvantaged medium and small size businesses. Much success to Miss Christelle's endeavors is her charming personality and her willingness to help others, especially persons like me that was in need of help. So Christelle, I'll now leave you to share with the winners the way forward.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Tarrenton, and such a warm welcome. I haven't heard my bio read in a very long time, so it's always interesting to hear back all the things that you work on and wonder, how you keep up with it all. But yes, to the finalists, congratulations. It is so amazing to see how far you've all come. And I knew that for Guyana, it was crunch time, as Mr. Tarrenton said. So what I want to share with you right now is a bit more about the Entrepreneurship World Cup and what is happening for you as you move forward. So the Entrepreneurship World Cup, as Mr. Tarrenton started out this event stating that it started out as an idea and supports over 175,000 entrepreneurs in 200 countries. This is being made possible by 3 co-host organizations. And the EWC is just so much more than just a competition. It has life-changing prizes. There are training resources, networking and mentorship, and of course, the global prize that everyone is looking forward to for the top 100 is that $1 million worth of cash prize total, including another $75 million worth of in-kind support. So as finalists tonight, you've already had access to $25,000 worth of perks. And as national finalists, this will be increased to $100,000 worth of perks in the coming weeks. A bit more about the organizations that are involved in putting this together. So the Miss Global Forum is the flagship ongoing platform of the Mix Foundation, which is a nonprofit philanthropic foundation established to discover, develop, and empower the youth to become active participants in the knowledge economy. It brings young leaders, creators, and thinkers together with established global innovators to explore ways to meet the challenge of change. Additionally, you have the Global Entrepreneurship Network, which operates a platform of projects and programs in 180 plus countries aimed at making it easier for anyone, anywhere to start and scale a business, fostering deeper cross-border collaboration between entrepreneurs, investors, researchers, policymakers, and organizations. The last co-host organization is the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, which works to prepare the next generation of leaders to be able to act as ethical global citizens and entrepreneurs in the face of the world's most daunting challenges. The organization is passionate about helping identify innovative leaders with strong values and then supporting them to develop to their full potential. The Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean team is led by Dr. Marcia Brandon, who you've heard from this evening. She is the leader of the Caribbean Center of Excellence for Sustainable Livelihoods and the EWC Caribbean lead. And we set out, our goal was to increase participation in the Entrepreneurship World Cup throughout the Caribbean region, assuring that our islands were well represented at this global event. COESL joined forces with regional organizations to execute this mission and to host the Caribbean Regional Final Competition. These organizations that came together were the Global Entrepreneurship Network Caribbean, COESL, LeGrand Solutions, Red Diamond Campus, and LeGrand Voyages, among others. So tonight, once we find out who the national winner is for the Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean Guyana 2021, this national winner will be joining national winners from across the Caribbean to represent your country and pitch at the Caribbean Regional Finals. This event will be hosted and streamed live this Sunday, the 25th of July, 2021 at 3 p.m. There will also be a breakout session there will be a pitch session, a training session, as Mr. Tarrenton mentioned, for the national finalist who wins tonight, so the one winner. They will join the other winners from across the Caribbean in a session to just go over pitch strategies and other things of that nature in preparation for Sunday. So this is happening quite rapidly. You will get, the national winner then will get information about this event and this training in the coming day. The winner then, the EWC Caribbean winner, will join Accelerator 2. This is the three top winners, in fact, of the EWC Caribbean Regional Finals will join Accelerator 2. And this is an accelerator that is geared towards training and mentorship, but it will be joined by entrepreneurs and finalists from across the globe. It should have over 200 finalists in attendance. So at that stage, you also get to network with other entrepreneurs outside of your country, outside of the Caribbean, but global entrepreneurs. Out of this batch from the Accelerator 2, which is about 200 plus entrepreneurs, the EWC Caribbean, or the EWC Global actually, will be selecting the top 100 finalists. These top 100 finalists then will receive an all expense paid trip to compete in the global finals on November the 14th to the 18th, 2021 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. As the opening welcome address from Jonathan Altman also stated, the finalists tonight, all of you, are definitely welcome in this event. In November, there will be two forums happening. So there will be the Global Entrepreneurship Congress and as well as the Miss Forum alongside the EWC Global Pitch Competition. So there's almost 3 events happening in one, and any finalist is welcome to join this event at their own expense if not selected in this top 100 batch. This can be supported by your national host and as well as country supporters, organizations. You have to decide if this event and this platform or going global is important for you and your business. And then you can, in that space, you can opportunity source, network globally, and even meet investors. So tonight, our goal is to find out who will be the national finalists moving forward in the competition. So once the judges' deliberation comes back, we will find out the top 3 finalists for the Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean Guyana 2021. All right.
Good.
So, yes. Lots of information in a very tight space. But we also have some information as well from the Caribbean, the EWC Caribbean team, as to some of the incentives and perks that are being offered from the EWC Caribbean for the national finalists in Guyana. So if you like, I can share that now as well.
Yes, yes.
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 1 second. I'll open up my screen again. All right. Let's see if I can zoom in. So there are a few prizes available for the finalists tonight, and that might be a bit small. So let me see if I can make it a bit bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
That should be a bit better. So we have Uplift Global is offering a prize of training for national and regional finalists, and it is on the topic of the art of writing a winning project. And the timeline for this will be announced, but this prize is being made available via the COESL. COESL is also offering a scholarship for any of their COESL and Gen Caribbean online events throughout the months of September 2021 to June 2022. This is made possible via the Gen Caribbean, so the Global Entrepreneurship Network Caribbean. Global Entrepreneurship Network Caribbean is giving an invitation as well to the national finalists as a speaker at Gen Caribbean events. Or a partners online event throughout the months of September to June 2022 as well. COESL will also be featuring the finalists on their social media pages and website. And we also have the EWC Caribbean Facebook page, which will also be featuring the finalists there as well throughout the months of September to June. The Gen Caribbean will be offering 6 months mentorship from COESL Mentor in the area of most need, which simply means if your business needs mentorship in the area of legal affairs or in IP, in the area of most need for your business, then we will provide 6 months of mentorship. The dates will be discussed with the finalists. And last but not least, we have CEFE Caribbean will be giving a 1-month group mentorship, again, in the area of need. These are made possible from, as I mentioned, Gen Caribbean and our organizer here of the EWC Caribbean, Miss Marcia Brandon of COESL.
Nice, good, yeah. Great. As was mentioned before, some of the challenges young entrepreneurs face, or entrepreneurs generally, is access to training and mentorship. And we know that training and mentorship is vital for businesses, especially in the beginner stage, because you do need that kind of guidance. So I know all the finalists, you are taking notes, or you will have taken note as it relates to these dates and the possible training that your business can receive. And I know that speaking on your behalf is something that you guys would welcome. So we do appreciate that, Crystal.
All right. So I see that the judges are not back as yet. So if you would like, we can take a quick commercial break and I will just share a video and highlight some of Guyana's wonderful tourism products to our global audience, because we're also streaming now on the EWC global platform and as well on their YouTube channel. So we can take the opportunity now to advertise Guyana and your beautiful country. All right. And we are back and still waiting on the judges' results. So, Mr. Darrington, over to you.
Yeah. Those the video I was watching there just now was like, I want to know if this is Guyana, because it looked new to me. It looked like a foreign country. Yeah. I don't know if anyone here would like to just say how they feel about the presentation this evening? Can I invite somebody from the participation list just to say, Dr. Brandon is still here, right? I think he's still there. All right. Anybody on the this participation list would like to say how they feel about the event so far this evening? You can just raise your hands and I will call upon you. Or share Judge's leave up here, man. Anyways, as I was saying, it was fantastic. And I'm happy to know that Guyana, we finally were able to enter into the pool in terms of going forward. It wasn't an easy journey for me, and I know certainly the finalists, when I call them and I say, listen, this thing is tomorrow. I remember someone say, but at this time you call, I said, man, my humblest apology. This is the best I could have done. You know, circumstances beyond our control. And that person was able to present tonight, and they did well too. So it meant that they were waiting all the time. They were waiting all the time, right? So I think the event was good. We had some nice ideas that were presented, and we just gotta wait on the judges now. I know that the finalists, you guys are there waiting in anticipation, but as true entrepreneurs, you know that we persist, we don't give up. If we gotta wait, we gotta wait, you know. So just hold on there. We will have a result tonight. It's not elections. It's just it's just a matter of your ideas are being assessed based upon is your product innovative? Is it an imitator? Is it something that is new? You know, these are the questions that they have to ponder on. And remember, they have to send someone to the Caribbean who they feel is going to be a likely winner. All right?
Yeah.
And that's important, right? It might be good for Guyana, but then what about, you know, when it reaches the other region, you know, how would it compete with those ideas out there, right? I remember years ago, I was in Sweden as the national leader for Guyana in terms of innovative ideas. And when I went to Sweden and I was asked to pitch my idea, I declined, because when I listened to the things the other countries' representatives were putting forward, I realized that I couldn't make it on the stage. So and for me, the experience learned there was lack of exposure. So I can understand how it might feel when you present and you hear somebody else present, and it's like, you know, you start thinking all sorts of stuff. But it's an experience, and one of the wonderful thing I hear just now is that training is available in all areas of your business. They got scholarship available. You can capitalize on it. Of course, I would help you in terms of getting in line and a part of it. But you have lots of benefits awaiting you just saying yes, right? So it's going to be all part of the Caribbean family, and you'll be able to hear and share your own experience among your other colleagues. So you're all winners tonight. All right. Mentorship is a big, big thing. Right. And writing winning projects is a skill of itself. So I think everyone should really capitalize on it. Right.
Yes. Mr. Torrington, can we invite then the finalists to open their mics and even say their last thank yous and congratulations as well, or any comments they would like to finally make? Also, because we're streaming on the global platform, they can also share at this time their contact information. Maybe if their company already is established, then their company websites or contact information, how to reach them. Because even now, even though this is a national competition, this is potentially being viewed by not only us here in the Caribbean, as we are sharing the live streams on the Caribbean channels, but as well as the EWC platform. And this platform is open to over 2,000 entrepreneurs, as well as mentors, investors, and everyone else as well. So this pitch was, yes, national at this time in terms of selecting a national winner, but the exposure that it provides, it also gives them the opportunity to connect with persons. So each finalist, I will be bold enough to call you by name, and I will ask you to turn on your camera and mic and just tell us some information about how you feel right now after you've presented your business, and as well share how do we connect with you as an entrepreneur moving forward. So I will just randomly select. So Miss Roach from Impeccable Clean Team, I saw your presentation and your
Yes. Hi. Yeah. Good
Hi,
evening again.
yes.
First of all, I would like to say thank you to Miss Darren Thornton, because I basically know about my email I got on the 19th. I didn't see it. And he sent me about several messages on Messenger that I saw this morning when I woke up. So I basically had to put together my presentation this morning. I told him I'll be ready. And he was like, okay, fine, go and get that done or whatever. So I wanted to thank you for the extra step with finding me on Facebook and sending me those messages, because I definitely miss email, which is weird because I'm always in my email. And besides that, I would like to say thank you and congratulations to all the finalists here tonight. Well, I know Tariq from school. He's just like a year younger than I am. So we went to the same school. And in terms of Impeccable Clean Team, we can be contacted mainly by email. The email is very simple. My name is on the display. It's my first name, my last name, 17@gmail.com. If you would like to contract us to do any work for you, please send us an email, or you can call us on 645-3755. I would also like to say thank you to all the judges and everybody who are here tonight, including you, Crystal.
Thank you so much, Ms. Roach.
Right.
Such a good presentation. So our next finalist now, Miss Gibson from Upcycle Echo Creations. Please share with us your sentiments as well as how can we reach you post-event. Ms. Gibson, are you still with us?
She's still there, but I notice her mic is off.
Turn on, turn on, turn on.
I hear something rumbling. Are you coming?
Yes. Ms. Gibson, you need to on. Right.
Here we go. I hear you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I want to extend a big thank you for having me as one of your finalists. It was really an interesting journey thus far, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. My contact information, my email is Jennifer Octavia G@gmail.com. I am my telephone numbers are 592. Well, we are in Guyana already, but I'm saying this 592 because it's being, carried outside of Guyana. 592-617-9149 and 592-216-1328. This has been a learning experience for me, and I am thankful, very thankful to have been a part of it. And I'm the kind of person, I'm not normally lost for words, but I seem to be lost for words here now.
Yeah. Yes, this is such a unique opportunity and such a global.
That's right. I'm not someone who's normally lost for words. I can tell you that. But it was really, really very interested. And I'd like to say congratulations to the other participants as well. I've really I've learned a lot from being here among the others tonight. I've learned a lot, and we are at the idea stage of this competition, and we are looking forward to bring this, not staying at the idea stage, but to bring this whole thing to fruition, because like I stated in the presentation, I really have a heart to deal with the less fortunate and to assist them. Yes, like I want to make money, but I would also like, to take them along with me to share in that, in that wealth. I love upcycling. I really love using things that are being discarded. As you can see here, my accessories are made from fish scales.
Beautiful.
Yeah, these are fish scales, right here from Guyana. The very large fish scales. So I've always been fascinated, with using stuff that people normally would discard and turn it into something beautiful and where you can earn from it. And I also love to teach, to train. Well, I am a textile artist also, and I'm currently training teachers. I'm involved in training teachers for TVET in textiles, because I really love like sharing my knowledge with others, because knowledge is nothing unless it's shared, and it's my heart, and we will all, earn together. I'm so grateful for this forum, that I can be here being exposed at this level, whether I am one of the persons going forward at this end, but I don't think this ends here, because I know there's someone up there with my
Sure do. I think we have the judges back.
Yes, we do. The judges are back. If we can quickly just go, if the two others can do their final word in 1 minute each, then Mr. Primus, you can share with us.
Good evening, everyone. Eureka Primus from Stabrook Solutions. For those who are joining the stream late, we are an expat integration and relocation company. If you're in Guyana, we're located at 134 Durabana Square, Lamaha Gardens. And we can also be contacted via our email, info@stabrooksolutions.com, or our website, www.stabrooksolutions.com. If you're not privy to utilizing emails, you can also reach us on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, as well as LinkedIn. And we're humbled to be selected. It really was a quick turnaround period, but it also was a great learning experience for us and our team.
Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Primus. And as well, our last finalist, Mr. Tariq Burnett. Just your final words as well.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity that was provided through the government of Guyana. I really enjoyed the aspect of actually getting my business out there and actually sharing my idea towards a greater cause for the future. Also, I would like to say it was wonderful working along with each and every one of you. And if any added information is needed, you can contact me for my business, YTB Shipping Enterprises, on 0687. Additional information will be provided via that number. Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations to all the finalists tonight for the Entrepreneurship World Cup Guyana 2021. And I turn the floor back to you, Mr. Torrington, to take us to the results.
All right, so thank you. We are at the point where is what the evening was designed for. The evening was designed for us to identify a national winner for Guyana so that this person can enter into the regional competition for the Entrepreneurship World Cup, which would be on the 20th, I think it's Sunday. So we would have assigned a lead judge, Mr. Saul, and Mr. Saul, you and your judges would have deliberated. We thought at one time it was election results, and we were only hoping for it. But I know that you guys would have selected someone and you would have had your reasons and so forth. So you want to hand it over to you, Mr. Saul.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Torrington. It was a close fight, I should say. And so we had some deliberations. Before we announce, what I will do is that a few of the judges will just want to make some points in terms of what they observed and what they thought about the whole process and so. And so I will start with Ms. Roberts.
Well, I had thank you. Am I on?
Yes, you're on.
Thank you, Samuel. I think they were overall a good attempt at a presentation. I find when we question them more, we get more out of them. We get a better understanding. So that means the presentation need to be up a bit. I like the concepts for most of them. Most of them are not new. And I saw somewhere on the list there should be some innovation, some new business model or something. But nevertheless, I think it was a job well done. You can probably go on to someone else at this point because I did a lot of questioning to gauge.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can move on a bit.
You can randomly come in, judges, and make your point. As we said, just about 1 point or so, just quickly.
Yes, good evening again. Just one quick point. Sorry about that. Yes, just one quick point. I think that moving forward, a lot of work needs to be done on presentation. I think the presenters went beyond their allotted time. And so that is something that needs some work as well as some practice to present within the time and to ensure that the presentations are really sharp, quick, enthusiastic, to the point. So that's just my comment for now.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Ms. Headley here. I would like to commend the participants for sticking it through. I know Mr. Torrington mentioned it was 23 applicants, I believe, or 21, and now we're down to 6. Well, 6, but 4 presented this evening. So congrats to them for at least sticking it through and going the extra mile. What I would like to say is that for the regional round and any other round of competition that they're able to participate in, they should focus on their financials, at least ensure that the information related to that is up to date, accurate, and they can clearly present and explain their financial information to show how they're able to sustain whatever profit margins they have now and also scale their business within the next few years. But congratulations to them nevertheless.
Yeah, that's true. Any other person would want to make a point before we announce?
Yes. Yes. So again, also congratulations to all the participants. No, the questioning was just to ensure that we get certain clarity. And so really great job in terms of at least putting your information together systematically for us to follow and then to answer the questions. So good job there to all of you. I just want to encourage you to when you're preparing your presentation, always look back and see what you're being judged against, right? So that's fundamental. So if we're judging you based on 4 Ps. So if that's available or was available to you, I believe it was, you prepare your presentation in that context. And also one other quick thing is that you always look at, someone mentioned about financial, how you can grow your markets. We want to make sure that all of you are looking to scale up. So part of the selection this evening is looking at scaling up that business or that business idea that you have. And I believe all of you are winners. It requires sometimes, if you don't get to at this round, you go back to the drawing board and you rewrite that document, think through. Another thing is market research. So it's fundamental. We mentioned that several times to several of the presenters. So ensure that you do your research, proper research, because it will help you a lot of the challenges in the long run. So that's one of the reasons that business fail if you don't do your proper research. So again, congratulations to all of you and wish you all the best. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Scott.
If no other judge, one of the things I would like Ms. Christelle to do, I'm glad you guys were able to identify and raise those points that you are raising. And one of the things that was discussed while you were deliberating, I'll ask Ms. Christelle to share with you as it relates to the benefits of the first, second, and third finalists tonight as to what is it they will be able to benefit from this evening. Ms. Christelle, before the announcing winner.
Yes. Sure. So the finalists tonight, as I would have mentioned while you were in the breakout, is that the EWC is so much more than just this one pitch competition. So each finalist, first of all, had access to the EWC platform, which they hosted webinars throughout the months, which are on replay as well, that they can watch on demand in their own time. There's also training resources and tools available on the platform as well for capacity building and so on. In addition, once they finalize their application, and of course these 4 finalists have done so, they also have $25,000 worth of perks. And these perks were from companies like Google Cloud, Airtable, Stripe, HubSuite. And these are all online digital resources that they can use to develop their businesses. And as they advance forward and reach the regional finals, those finalists will then receive $100,000 worth of perks and incentives from additional global organizations that are in partnership with the EWC Global. And finally, from the EWC Caribbean side and COESL, Dr. Brandon and the partners that are in collaboration with us on the EWC Caribbean level will be offering mentorship in the areas of need. We will be also offering speaking engagements, access to the COESL events that will be happening anytime between September this year to June 2022. And so there are many opportunities for the entrepreneurs to further develop themselves and utilize even your feedback tonight to advance their businesses. And of course, lastly, I said that the Entrepreneurship World Cup Global Finals will be happening in Saudi Arabia in November from the 14th to the 18th. But this is back on 3 major events. So you have the Entrepreneurship World Cup Global Finals, which is for the top 100 finalists from across the globe. So the EWC Caribbean winner will be one of those finalists. So whoever wins the regional competition will be a top 100 finalist. Then you also have the Global Entrepreneurship Congress that is being hosted in Saudi Arabia, and as well as the MISC Global Forum. So this event, this triad of events will be happening from November the 14th to the 18th in Saudi Arabia. And anyone, as a matter of fact, whether you're a judge, organizer, or finalist, you are welcome to join that event. And you can ask us for further details on how you get to the event. We will have that available, but you are welcome to join the delegation from the Caribbean. We are hoping to have as much of the Caribbean islands who are in the competition go to this event. This is not an all expense paid experience. Of course, this is something that you would have to pay out of pocket, but you can, connect with your private sector companies, your public sector companies, the government, and see if you can make it possible for yourselves or some finalists to attend this global event. And at the event, you'll be able to opportunity source, meet with investors. So even if you're not a finalist and you're not pitching in the top 100, just being at the event itself will have its own level of opportunity. So we are encouraging persons to, if possible, raise the funds within their countries to make it so that some persons can be in the delegation that goes to Saudi Arabia. So yes, and that information, of course, will be communicated directly to the winner that you announced tonight. Thank you.
Good synopsis. All right, back to you, Mr. Saul.
All right. So at the end of our scores and everything, our deliberations, our 3rd place winner goes to Upcycle Eco Creations, Jennifer Gibson team with 75 points. That's the 3rd place. Our 2nd place goes to Impeccable Clean, Ayodoli Roach, with 109.5 points. And the winner for tonight's presentation, and who will be going forward to represent Guyana at the regional level, is Stabroek Solutions, Eureka Primus, with 110 points. So you see how close it was between the 2nd and 1st, just 8.5 margin. So those are the results for tonight's presentations, the pitch that were presented by the persons. So Ms. Primus, Stabroek Solutions, you would have earned the opportunity to represent Guyana at the regional level. I wish you well as you go forward, but as was mentioned by the judges, you need some brushing up to do in terms of presentations and all of that. Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you, and congratulations to Stabroek Solutions, and also congratulations to all you finalists. You have made our evening. We want to thank you for the time that you would have spent at short notice. I must add, at short notice, very short notice, in terms of making the presentations that you guys would have done. I was surprised, and in a pleasant way, that you had such short notice and was still able to do the work that you did. Congratulations to all of you. And I want to thank all of my judges. I know it wasn't easy also for some of you. I call you up at short notice and I said, listen, I'm not asking you, but I'm telling you, you have the judges competition. And I did it to all of you. And you guys did not let me down, right? So thank you very much. I really enjoy the fact that you guys are able to stand by me, stand by the Guyana side of things, and made it possible. I would also like to thank Christelle and Marcia for the unwavering support that you guys would have shared with me. You know, I could turn to you guys for the kind of support that was needed to bring this and make this possible. And you guys did not let me down, and I really appreciate it. All right, so I know we would have started at 7 and now it's after 10, and most of you are charming young mothers and you have your husbands and so to go deal with. So I want to thank the entire team, Mr. Best and Mr. Saul. I know you guys have your side of things to take care of too. And you all did extremely well. I am so grateful for the short notice support that you guys bring to the table and your expertise to make this possible. On behalf of the, well, I don't know if Crystal would like to say something finally, but we want to congratulate Starbrook Solutions, and it would be good if Starbrook Solutions can give our final words to us before we ask Ms. Christelle to share the last words. Starbrook Solution, Rika Primas.
On behalf of our management and extended team, we would really like to thank the judges for the very lengthy process in which they were engaged in this evening. And we are also humbled to be representing Guyana in the Caribbean leg of the event.
Thank you, Ms. Primus. And so we are at the end.
Christelle, before you go,
Yes.
before you say this, I must also remember the minister who would have taken time off from his busy schedule to be with us. So we need to give him also the kind of recognition that is warranted and needed at this point in time. So Minister Joseph Hamilton, we really did appreciate your presence and your words of encouragement to the participants. We thank you very much, Minister. Go ahead, Christelle.
Yes, thank you so much. And from the EWC Caribbean team, on behalf of Dr. Brandon and as well as Mr. Joshua Fort from Red Diamond Compost and myself, we are congratulating you, Ms. Primus, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Look out for our communications via email for your next steps. So there will be a breakout session. Hopefully that will be on Thursday. And so you will hear from me. And so tonight, before everyone closes out, one small request and tradition we have here with the EWC other events is that since we can't take photos, we'd like everyone to turn on their cameras at the same time so that we can take a few screenshots of everyone in participation and to be able to share that on our social media channels. So just before we stop the live broadcast, we can do that and then we can stop streaming. Great. Judges, you as well. You're invited to share your cameras. Miss Gibson, Mr. Burnett.
I would like my technical support guy to show his face in this picture if it's possible. Are you there? My technical support guy.
I hear technically quiet and in the background.
Just share your face. Show your face.
I'm a little busy right now, but I'll listen and watch it.
All right. All right. Good.
Judge Abigail and Mr. Tariq Burnett and Miss Jennifer Gibson, if you can quickly turn on your cameras, Judge Carla as well, so we can take a. Thank you so much. So what do I have left? Miss Gibson and Judge Carla. If not, In the meantime, we will say, here we go. I see you. Thank you so much, Ms. Roberts. All right. All right.
1 second. 1 second. I think somebody is missing. Miss Abigail.
Miss Abigail is there. I see her.
Oh.
And so geez. Wait, one more thing. Okay, here we go. One more. Fantastic. Thank you all so much for complying, and have a great night. Over to you, Mr. Torrington. And then you can stop the live stream from the tech team.
Yes, so once again, thank you all. It would not have been possible without you. I really appreciate all the efforts and expertise you guys brought to the table.